So glad you're able to join us today here on the Word of Encouragement. Today we're looking right at the end of the Word of God. You know, there's a lot of talk today about prophecy, and understandably so. There are a lot of things lining up. Now, we have to be very careful not to make predictions or to find ourselves just sort of holding on and trying to protect ourselves. There's a lot of that mentality, and hold on to the end. That's not pleasing to the Lord. Seeing that these things could be so very near, we ought to be striving like we never have before through the power of God to reach this world with the gospel. It is an emergency. So prophecy ought to cause us to worship the Lord, and it ought to be that which allows us to really live for Him. But as we look at prophecy and look at the book of Revelation, we need to remember that this earth that we're on is not the final earth. You know, we feel sad as we see America not being what it used to be. And we look at the entire world and we see the tragedy all around it. But remember, there is going to be the coming of the Lord. There's going to be the rapture, and then the tribulation, the coming of the Lord, the millennium. And when the millennium is finished, as Satan makes one last attempt to fight against God, the heavens and the earth will be destroyed, as chapter 20 says. And the whole heaven and earth will flee away, as verse 11 says. And then we read in chapter 21, after the great white throne judgment, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Now, this earth is beautiful. It's amazing how God created it. And of course, this is what we're used to. But my friends, it is scarred with sin. It's under the curse. There's so much pain and sorrow all over this planet. And because of sin, this world and the entire universe that we have not even begun to see will all just be blown apart by the power of God. And He will recreate a new heaven and a new earth. Now, if this earth that is cursed is as beautiful as it is, can you imagine what the new earth will be like? And so we do need to, without escaping the great responsibility of reaching the world in our lifetime, without diminishing that, we also need to be encouraged that this world is not our final home. We certainly have heaven, we have the heavenly Jerusalem, but we will be on a new earth, and there'll be an opportunity to serve the Lord in the days ahead that is beyond our understanding. It'll be great. We'll have fullness of fellowship with God. So we're just on the little tiny front end of eternity. So let's not be overcome. We are in a very major strategic time to serve the Lord, and may God give us an eternal view so we can stay encouraged in Him.